What's up, fellas? We are back on Reddit. Today, we're checking out the worst you only had one job moments. Took this frozen pepperoni pizza out of the box and got greeted with this. Oh my. Yuck. How is that even possible? Like, obviously, the pepperoni assortment is subpar at best. There's 5 total pepperoni slices. 4 of them are on one slice. But my question is, how do you freeze a pizza with the sauce and the cheese spilling over the edge of the crust? I feel like that's more impressive than anything else. I can't lie, I used to be a big frozen pizza person. Ilios, that was my jam. Why the flip did you make this worksheet in black and white? Yo, what country's flag is this? And it's all black and white. Dude, somebody ran out of ink. That is kind of hilarious, actually. Is that Thailand? What is Thailand's flag? It is. So that is actually Thailand's flag. The answer is A, but that is insane. The professor had one job, which was to print out the exam in color and failed to do so. That would be a pretty cool flag, though. Just like a white and gray flag. It's pretty scary, if you ask me. It's like, that'd be like a country that just does not care. They just don't care. Because every other country's flag is very vibrant and exorbitant with colors. That's definitely not the right word, but you get what I'm saying. When you forget the mission. LA vegan chain blasted for adding meat to the menu abruptly closes all locations. Bro. That is equivalent to Chick-fil-A selling hamburgers with beef. Their entire slogan is a cow that says eat more chicken. I can't lie though, I personally would buy a burger from Chick-fil-A just to see what it's like. I guess this situation is a little bit different though. Like, you can't brand your entire restaurant off of being vegan and then sell meat. How does that even happen? Like, that's not just a slip up. The idea of adding meat to the menu, that must go through a chain of people and like get passed. Do they not realize that their entire brand is to be vegan though? That's pretty bad. Good to be inclusive of the dead population. Online death certificate request. Who is on the death certificate? The person listed on the death certificate is myself. That is a facepalm moment. The only way this makes sense is if this website is trying to find people who are trying to scam the government. Clearly, if it wasn't obvious enough, you can't fill out this form if you are dead. So, if they ever did get an answer that said myself, clearly they're trying to scam you out of money or whatever it might be. At the same time, though, it would be pretty cool to have your own death certificate. Like, imagine, like, in the back of my face cam, I have my own death certificate. Dude, that would actually be fire. Wait, I might have to do that.
Oh, really, dude?
Will I get in trouble, though? I don't know, but I think it's worth it. Doors designed at a hospital. Bro, no way. I need to talk to whoever designed these doors because you are a menace. You are a menace to society. That is crazy. They look like coffins. Which is what, guys? It is where a dead body goes. First of all, it's weird to have that type of door anywhere, but the irony of putting that in a hospital? Come on, we're not thinking here. We're not thinking. You only had one job, and it was to design a rectangle. It's always rectangle or square. Sometimes circle, sometimes oval. Never coffin shape, though. Like, what, dude? What are we doing here? Already, when you go into a hospital, it just smells of death. Does anyone else get that? I feel like every time I go in a hospital, it's like, it just like feels eerie in here. Because you know there's a lot of sick people, a lot of dying people, and you just, the mood is damp. But now you gotta look at doors with coffins on them. What are we doing? Who did that? Who is doing that? They better be in jail or worse. Who do we call now, bro? That's kind of funny though. That's kind of funny. How ironic. The fire truck is on fire. Now it's literally a fire truck. I mean, it's not funny. It's not actually funny, but it is kind of funny. Surely, if any truck were to be on fire, this is the one to get on fire, though, because it can put itself out. I'm not sure any other truck in the world would be able to extinguish itself. So, I'm assuming that everybody made it out okay, because this is like a layup for them. If anything, this is like the easiest mission of all time. It'd be like if you throw an alley-oop to LeBron James and he misses it. You know, that doesn't happen. But if you throw an alley-oop to me, I don't believe I can even touch rim. I would be burnt alive, is what I'm trying to say. 9 or 6. Wait, whoa. wait. This is really confusing me. What? First of all, the numbers are scattered everywhere. Like, why is it not in order? You have to like find your floor. Kind of fun, actually. I feel like that'd be kind of fun to find where your floor actually is. It makes you stay alive. But also, the 9 is upside down because you can see the braille is on top, but for every other number, the braille is underneath. But at the bottom middle, there is a 6 with the braille underneath. So now I'm confused. I think that they're both 6, and like this one that's pushed is just a 6 that's upside down, but the one in the bottom middle is the correct 6. That one's not a 9. There's just 2 6s on this elevator door panel. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I would say that's very interesting, if you're asking me. Now he has no job. Free photo for you guys to use if you're running late to something and need an excuse. Will be late. Oh, no, dude. Oh my God. Not the accidental tag, bro. No, that's so bad. That is so bad.
Are you not ashamed of yourself?
That's the worst one yet. That is the worst one yet. Bro, he screenshotted what seems to be a tweet. What he failed to do was take away the caption that is telling people to use this picture to get out of work. He needed to just save the picture, not the caption on top of the picture. And now he's caught. He's caught red-handed. That's awful. I don't think there's any worse feeling in the world than sending like a bad text message to somebody that you didn't mean to send it to. You know what I'm saying? It has happened to me a couple of times, and every time it just leaves a pit in my stomach. And then you gotta do a bunch of like word gymnastics to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Have I called somebody fat and ugly before accidentally to their face over text message? Yes. And then I was like, nah, just kidding, dude. Like totally April Fools. I didn't mean it at all. Didn't mean it at all. Mental gymnastics, verbal gymnastics. And they're like, ah, nah, I didn't know you were a chill dude like that. And I was like, yeah, totally. That's me, the chill guy. That totally didn't mean to call you fat and ugly. That was not me. Salt and pepper shakers, but the P is flipped backwards. Maybe it's a B. Maybe it's salt and pepper, you know? Because if you turn that upside down, it's a B. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the wall is aligned. Bro, what, dude? First of all, this wouldn't work. Even if the door was on properly, there would still be a gap. That is so bad. I said the one from before was the worst. This one might be the worst. You had one job, because this is actually a job for someone to do this mural. I want to know what is going through this human's brain. That is awful. Because the door needs to spin all the way around 180, but even if it did, there would still be like a 1 foot gap of whatever that is, that giant trim. That is so bad. Makes me want to vomit. Transparent JPEG in the local donor restaurant. What is donor? I don't know, but that is bad. That's also really bad. You had one job. I'm assuming, so for those of you who don't know, if you have a transparent background, you need to save it as a PNG for it to remain transparent. If you save it as JPEG though, it's gonna pop up with these like little gray and white, I can't zoom in for some reason, but these little gray and white squares right here, that's gonna pop up wherever it would be transparent. I'm assuming that whoever did this was like a family friend that doesn't really know Photoshop that well. That's what you get for hiring 12-year-old Timmy to Photoshop your cheese and tomatoes onto your menu. Kids crossword at a restaurant. Okay, write the name of the animal. Okay, so we have cows, we have horse, we have sheep, we have pigs. A mandatory service charge of 15% will be added to your bill. What? What? Is this saying that if you complete the crossword puzzle, that there's going to be a 15% charge to your bill? Is that what that's saying? Why does it say that? Especially because it's on the kids menu. That is like a really sneaky way to trick the parents into having to pay more. You know what I mean? Because the kid doesn't know what that means. And also, there's only one pig. Are they triggered because it should just be 3 letters and just be pig? I mean, you could put pigs, but none of the other ones have an extra letter. So I guess it shouldn't have an extra letter either. What are we doing here? This is like a double mess up. So you had one job. You had one job and messed it up twice. How? Not quite ChatGPT. Oh my God. This is ChatGPT 3.5, which I don't think anyone uses anymore because we're up to like 4.0, 4.5, 5.0? I don't know. But give me a word that starts and ends with the letter U. Sure, unicorn. I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb, okay? Clearly. Wait, actually? No. ChatGPT is a genius and is an upside down U. Dude, low key, that's actually the greatest answer of of all time. It is a U and just upside down. Unicorn. Wait, no, that is actually insane. Oh my God. Wait, what are the people saying to that? Does anyone else agree with me? Yeah, he ain't wrong. If we just flip it, it looks like an N. Dude, that is insane. ChatGPT, I think that's a W. I think that's a W out of ChatGPT. I can't even lie. I just want to know how no one noticed it. Loving the new equipment at the park, but not sure they follow the instructions for the dip bars. Paired dips. I'm assuming they just, well, they clearly assembled this incorrectly, but who would ever use dip bars? Dip bars? Like for doing, like working out. Oh, it's just like, it's a workout park. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Clearly assembled way wrong, though. Assembled by a gym noob. Gym noob doesn't know what dips are. Embarrassing. How did I miss the last 9 world wars? World War 11. Bruh. Change the font. It's World War II, but it needs to be just straight lines. Like tallies. Tallies, not ones, but tallies. Big difference. Big difference. He walked into the wrong bathroom. How embarrassing. Just watch a guy go into the wrong bathroom at the Toronto Pearson Airport. He was looking at the top sign. I mean, that's confusing. That's not on that guy, to be honest with you. I mean, it kind of is, because there's a big man and a big woman there, but also the sign up top is also pretty misleading too. Or maybe he did it on purpose. You never know. Never. Could have been a weirdo. Could have been a weirdo. I wouldn't do that ever. Have I ever wondered like what a woman's restroom looks like? No. Have I ever been curious to go in just to see like what it even looks like in there? No. Not to be weird, but it's like, do they have, I feel like they have sofas in there. I feel like they have chairs. They probably got like a bunch of nail stuff going on, nice lighting and stuff. Cause all I know is the guy's bathroom is disgusting. There's pee everywhere. There's feces everywhere. It's pretty gross. It stinks in there. It probably smells like flowers in the woman's bathroom. And I just want to experience that in a non-weird, like I'm not trying to be weird. I'm just like genuinely like, what is it like in there? Is it not? I want to smell flowers when I take a dump. That sounds amazing. Chewbacca with his face printed too low? Bro, that is awesome. Yo. I was excited to finally add Chewbacca to my collection only to see this. Dude, that makes it way cooler. If you think about it, getting a Chewbacca with his face printed on its belly / chest is a million times more rare than getting one printed on his face. Like, yeah, it might look a little bit ugly and like depressed and sad at life and everything, but probably incredibly rare and maybe even worth something. That sounds pretty epic gamer to me. I'll buy it. I will buy that off of you. Sometimes the worst things are the best. All right, I got like 1 or 2 more. Horrible crime. What horrible crime could this baby have done? Idaho man accused of murdering pregnant wife. Baby now facing death penalty? What? Bro, that baby's crazy. It's like Chucky. I'm assuming it's gotta be some sort of typo though. It's probably Idaho man accused of murdering pregnant wife and baby now facing death penalty. Yeah, I mean, that guy definitely looks like a guy who would do it. He looks like Jack Black from the Minecraft movie trailer. Doesn't he? He looks like Steve. What happened to Steve? Steve gone wrong, bro. Steve's been eating way too many pufferfish. He's off the wagon. Hotel bathroom has the stupidest deadbolt I've ever seen. Let's see this. Okay, close the door, lock it, and it does nothing. Yeah, because it's a sliding door. Why would you ever have a deadbolt for a sliding door? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Stupid.
What? Dude, that is actually so dumb. Wow. Yep, no, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. At the school where I work, that is Africa? That is not Europe? Is that Europe but like flipped? What is that? I think that's Europe, but it's flipped backwards. How do you mess up a globe? How do you mess up a globe? No, actually though, that one, I don't even understand how that's possible, especially because it's at a school. I mean, maybe some child made it. No, that's on a wall. That looks like it's on the wall of the school. The place where you're supposed to be learning things, where you're supposed to be learning everything, really, can't even get insane on so many levels and makes me question the education system even more. What are we doing? These 2025 glasses. Bro is in the future. This is 20,250. It looks like he is not the only one wearing them as well. There's a woman in the back wearing them. Oh my God. Those are awful. Couldn't they at least move it a bit? Oh my God. The Junior Farm. What is going on at Junior Farm? Bruh, Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny and a Ratatouille. Some of my childhood heroes. This is them all grown up. Shame on them. Oh boy, we got our first tattoo. We're probably gonna see a lot of tattoos in today's video. This one says, regret no hing. Not regret nothing, regret no hing. Don't regret a single hing, guys. Oh boy, we're probably gonna get a lot of New Year's things too, because I'm literally recording this on New Year's Day. Don't know if that offer is really all that good. It's $20 off. Mega sale alert. $45 for 5 kilograms. When originally it's $65 for 10 kilograms. Wait, that's actually kind of sneaky. I wonder if they did that on purpose or it's actually just like a typo. But low key, I feel like you can market that as 20% off, and that would fool some people. That might fool me. I can't even lie. That might have fooled me. But really, $45 at 5 kilograms is way more expensive than $65 at 10 kilograms. Got me. Worked on me. Useful braille text. Bro, wait, that is actually messed up. They put the braille inside of the display glass so you can't touch it. But braille is for people who are blind that need to touch it to read what it says. No way. This one is actually gross. Bro ordered a pizza and it got baked with a cockroach on it. I would report that to the police. I would literally call 911. But normally when you call the police and tell them that you ordered a pepperoni pizza, it means something completely different. I don't even want to know what the police would do if you called them and told them you ordered a cockroach pizza. They might send the entire army to your house. That is disgusting. I would still probably eat all of the other slices, to be honest. Still gross, though. Maybe it's a sign of distress in the supermarket. How does that happen? Like, if it's like a small sign, I would get it. Or like if there's a bunch of them, but it's one giant sign. How do you not realize that you install it upside down? Wait, England's got some gross snacks. What, fig rolls? They got fig rolls? That sounds gross. What else do they have in here? Doing some detective work. Fruit pastilles? What is that? Wait, this actually looks gross. No way this is England's snack aisle. I have heard like this Lion brand is good. Club milk. Bro, what? In your snack aisle, you have something called Club Milk? England, what are we doing? I can't. Let's move on. I think it needs a little more coconut. Look at how this is advertised and then what they actually got. This reminds me, have you guys ever ordered SpongeBob from the ice cream man? The advertisement for SpongeBob is perfect, and every time you get it, it's literally the most deformed, satanic looking ice cream you can imagine. This is good compared to what you would get from ordering a SpongeBob ice cream popsicle. Found this award yesterday. Leadership in Energy Environmental Design. Well, the whole thing is just sideways. They just need to rotate it counterclockwise 90 degrees. I just don't get it. This is like the third or fourth time this has happened so far where there's a sign. It's literally what? Look at the sign and place it on the wall. How is that difficult? I guess that's the whole point of this video. I don't understand how half of these are even possible. Bro, no way. This guy ordered a burger from McDonald's and there was no burger. But it wasn't like they just gave him the buns, even though that would be crazy. They put the pickle and the ketchup, but no burger. How is that? There's actually, I don't believe that. There's no way. There's no way that's possible. Somebody ate that burger. It might not have been that guy, but someone ate it. It was probably the Uber driver. Bro, look at this handicap sign. Okay, if someone is that handicapped, I don't think this person is driving. His head is coming out of his booty cheeks. If that person is driving, I think anybody can. A handicapped man may have made the handicap sign. That's the only thing that is adding up here. Look at this one. I don't know if I'm supposed to laugh at things like this, but I do find it kind of funny. It looks like a shopping mall or a restaurant or something built a ramp to get into their store for people who can't go up steps, like if you're in a wheelchair or you're elderly or whatever it might be. And lo and behold, in order to get onto the ramp, you have to go up a step, which is the whole point of the ramp in the first place. That's pretty bad. Nah, this one is actually annoying. Whoever did this, it must be a troll. This has to be someone just trolling. There's 1,000, probably more than 1,000 tiles here, all obviously in a specific checker pattern. How do you mess that up? No, that actually annoys me. I don't even have OCD, and that annoys me. If somebody actually had OCD and saw that, they would freak out. Bought these pair of gloves for someone as a Christmas gift. They packed 2 left gloves. Hey, you never know. You never know. Someone could have 2 left hands. That probably is possible. Maybe this glove company is for very niche, very specific individuals. Did you read the fine print? Maybe in the fine print it says for left-handed people only. For 2 left-handed people only. Wait, no way. What? How is this one possible? Some of these are somewhat understandable. How is that possible? The McDonald's cup is inside out. Okay, how does that actually happen? What? That is, I think I would keep that forever. I would put that on a shelf like it's a trophy. Or maybe even sell it on eBay for like $1 million. I would buy that cup. I would buy that cup for a lot of money. Hotel bathroom has the stupidest deadbolt I've ever seen. What is this? That is... It's a sliding door. It's a sliding door with a deadbolt, bro. For doors that push and pull open. But this one is a sliding door that's going to accomplish absolutely nothing. It might be fun for the doors, but that's about it. It offers 0 protection at all, especially for the doors. I feel like whoever did this was trying to get fired. They must have been having a competition, like the boys at McDonald's who are working there, just speed running McDonald's and trying to get whoever gets fired first wins. And they were getting pretty desperate because this is awful. How? It's not only like is the bottom, like this is the bottom of the Big Mac and they put it on top, but also the top bun is upside down. That is intentional. That's not even an accident. A lot of these are accidents. This one, that's gotta be intentional. Just bit into a Kit Kat with no wafer. What? It's just straight up chocolate. Wait, why does this Kit Kat look so big? This is a massive Kit Kat. Whoa. Wait, I did not know they made Kit Kats like that. Wait, this must be a giant Kit Kat, because if it's not, this dude has the tiniest teeth I've ever... Wait, imagine this is regular size. Look at how tiny this person's teeth is. What? I'm so confused. This confused my brain in so many ways. Why is it a full chocolate Kit Kat? Why is it massive? Or why is this person's teeth so small? What is going on? This is one of the most cursed pictures I have ever seen. My onion bagel has exactly 2 slivers of dried onion. Dude, nah. Some of these are just trolls. Like that one tile one where they just mixed 2 tiles of the trillion of them. This is another one of those. This is like ordering a pepperoni pizza and then just toss half of 1 pepperoni slice on there. Technically, it's still a pepperoni pizza. Got him. I think I'd rather someone just spit on my bagel than do this. This is like passive aggressiveness right here. Low key pretty funny. I think if my buddy was working at a bagel shop and I ordered an onion bagel, this is what they would do. That's pretty hilarious, if done intentionally. The cooking gloves didn't resist the heat of the casserole and melted on it. What? The cooking gloves. The gloves that literally serve one purpose, which is to pick up hot pots and pans, melted on the hot pot and pan. It was probably like a Gucci cooking glove. I feel like those high-end brands, like they make clothes or shoes, whatever it might be, for looks alone. Like there's no way that stuff is comfortable. Like their shoes, for example. You get their shoes, you could buy a pair of shoes that's $50 that are way more comfortable than them and way more practical. So it's like buying shoes that don't even shoe. In this case, is it buying cooking gloves that don't even glove? Hold on, let me think of a better analogy. That was not a good analogy. Wait, come here. What do you think of these cooking gloves that can't even resist cooking? I'm reacting to you had one job moments. Look at this one. Gender inequality. Women and handicapped people go to the same... I don't see the problem here. Where's the issue?
It's like the same thing.
Where's the issue?
Might as well put it on the sign.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is already implied. Humans have 6 fingers instead of 5. There's just no discrimination here. Or maybe this is for someone like very high up in a company and he's the only one that can have access to it. And he also happens to have 6 fingers.
It's like a scanner.
Yeah, exactly. It's like in Austin Powers. We wish you a happy new year. Wait, what is it? We wish you a and happy new year. Merry Christmas. Wait, what? What is even trying to say? We wish you a happy new year and Merry Christmas. Wait, why? That can actually confuse me. Why is the and symbol there? Why do they do that? Why do they not put the and symbol after? See, this is like these types of things. I get so confused on how this actually happens because surely a product like this must go through multiple people and get like the okay. how do people see that? And they're like, yup, good for production. Oh, Jim said it's fine? All right, it's probably good then. We wish you and Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. You know what? It's kind of hilarious. Low-key, I would spend more money on something like this just for the irony, just because it's hilarious. Anyway, boys, that's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed and want me to do some more stuff like this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and click right here for another video.